Denis Cyplenkov revealed on Arm Olymp YouTube channel that his hip injury is very serious, and my guess is that we are not going to see him back on the arm wrestling table for a very long time after his upcoming super match, which is going to be in May. Hello everyone, this is kind of sad news because both Dadikyan and Denis Cyplenkov are injured. David Dadikyan said that the 105 kg competition is much tougher than the 115 kg because literally nobody is there in 115 kg. 105 we have John Brazing, Tordzilla, Ongarbayev, Irakli and many others. So this is still probably the last time he's going to compete in 105 because it is difficult for him to cut 10, 12, 15 kilos every time to compete in the 105 kg division. So that's why he'll be moving up. The unfortunate news for Dadikyan and the arm wrestling fans is that his left arm is still injured. Initially, he injured in a war against Artyom Morozov. Then he re-injured it against Evgeny Prudnik, and this time he literally broke it. So he was in a sling and now still his arm hurts. And he's probably going to need a surgery because he had a nerve damage. There is a problem with the nerve. I will most likely have an operation. So Dadikyan is not going to compete with the left arm for next 2 years. He was such a promising rising star. Well, he still is, at least on the right arm. That is really unfortunate. And the only reason in my mind for these injuries could be he got way too strong and way too fast. Being 115 kilos and beating the likes of Artyom Morozov on the left arm in the first 3 rounds, he got way too strong for his own good. So let's talk about Denis Cyplenkov now. Denis Cyplenkov's right arm is fine. Nothing wrong with that. His left arm, his left shoulder is almost fine. He is going to need some more injections and then the problem is going to be solved. So that is not a problem for him. Both arms are absolutely fine. But the big problem is with the hip injury and he's probably going to need a hip replacement. I'm not sure how long this procedure takes to recover from, but I'm assuming he's out for at least a year after the surgery is done. So Denis Cyplenkov said this: the hip joint is in very poor condition. Definitely a replacement is needed. But he's not going to do that just now. Why? Because he has already promised the organizers to have a super match in May. So what's in May? King of the table? Maybe, because East versus West is in April. And then we can only assume that he's going to compete at King of the Table. And that could be his last competition for quite some time. Because Denis is not going to compete against low-level arm wrestlers. He will target for the high-level, elite-level strength athletes. And that is the problem. We are probably not going to see Denis compete for a very long time. And he also has some problem with the knee as well, knee osteoporosis. Maybe that's why Denis lost so much weight, because he couldn't train his legs because of his joint problems. So basically Denis has very old man joints, whatever the reason for that is, but looks like he's not in a very good condition. But still, arm wrestlers are kind of lucky because all they need, well, for the most part, is a very strong right arm. And that is something that Denis Cyplenkov already has. Thanks for watching, like the video and subscribe.